Hello everyone and welcome back to Destiny. The faction rally is live and well, and we are all grinding through those tokens to get as much gear as possible. I thought my focus was going to be primarily on New Monarchy, but Dead Orbit has surprisingly had a few good weapons that are definitely worth pointing out. So in this video I'm going to point out some of those really good weapons that you want to keep an eye out for and how well they perform. Let's get into it. Alright, so let's go ahead and start with Escape Velocity, the submachine gun from Dead Orbit. I was a little hesitant for this because I'm pretty much locked into my NTOD, but I don't have one on PC now, so this might have to do for my kinetic SMG of choice. It's got high caliber rounds and Grave Robber, which can be fun to play around with. Melee kills reload a portion of the magazine. I went ahead and tried this out with my Way of the Warrior Hunter, and the results were pretty satisfying. It's a very solid SMG for the high rate of fire variety, and the Grave Robber perk can be very useful. Here I'm kind of doing the old roly-poly with the Hunter and getting some ammo back every time I do it, so it works out pretty good in this scenario. The gun feels super laser accurate, and on PC it's especially so because SMGs just happen to do better on PC. The adjusted recoil just works in its favor. For the Crucible, I had to give it some more testing because I don't usually run SMGs in the Crucible, but my results were pretty decent. I actually found it a lot more satisfying to shoot from the hip, but that could just be something with all SMGs. Overall, I'm very happy with this SMG, and it's probably going to stay in my kit for a while. Next up we have the Guiding Star Auto Rifle from Dead Orbit, and I believe this is the only kinetic auto rifle at 720 rounds per minute. And that's good news for me because I'm a huge fan of the fast rate of fire, low impact tier of auto rifle. It also has high caliber rounds, but it has a perk that I'm not too crazy about and I see a little overused, which is Moving Target, increased movement speed and target acquisition when moving while aiming down sights. Now this can be very useful for the Crucible, but the gun is so good that I don't really care if it's a wasted perk. The kick is straight up and slightly to the right, but it can be managed very effectively, and even on long distance targets, you can keep your aim pretty steady. Now, the Crucible is where I think this weapon is really gonna shine. Again, I haven't had a whole lot of time with it, but the little time that I did have was very satisfying. It's a weapon that's definitely gonna stick around in my Crucible kit for some time. Next up we have the Good Counsel 9, and I didn't think I would care about this because it's almost identical to the Song of Justice 6, which I can't really wrap my head around why New Monarchy has two scout rifles that are basically the same. They are both in the high impact tier. The Song of Justice has a little bit better range, but you're not likely to notice that too much day to day. Yeah, the Song of Justice is basically a sniper rifle, but this has some pretty good perks including armor-piercing rounds and a hip-fire grip, which I think makes this weapon a little bit more tactically versatile. This thing definitely still hits like a truck like you might expect, but the hipfire is actually surprisingly accurate, at least on PC. I'm the first person to tell you to never hipfire your guns, especially a scout rifle, which is a more precision weapon, but it worked out surprisingly fine, and I kind of preferred this gun over the Song of Justice. I will most likely keep this around, but there's so many good scout rifles in the game right now that I don't see this being in my primary kit. But anyways, those are just some of the notable weapons I got this week. There's of course a lot of really good stuff, but overall I'm pretty surprised with how good Dead Orbit has been. Anyways, let me know in the comments below if there's any weapons that have surprised you this week. Drop a like if you enjoyed this video and subscribe for more Destiny content. And I will see you all next time.